We rarely ever see anybody talk badly about conventional pull-ups, and it is because it is a great exercise and will build you a great back. But what if you're already great at pull-ups and you're looking for something different? That is why I will show you two unpopular back exercises that I wish more people knew about. The first exercise is the pull raise, and I would like to call myself the inventor of this exercise. When I invented this exercise, I thought about combining the front level raise along with the front level L-sit row, and as I did it, I found the best way to do it was to bend the arms in the initial position of a pull-up, and as you pull, you rotate your torso along with the rest of your body. When the torso is completely horizontal, pull until the bar touches your waist, all in a single motion, which gives it a tremendous range of motion. The pull raise involves a lot of different directions of pulling. Initially, it involves vertical pulling with your arms aiming up. As you keep pulling, your arms will bend and your torso rotates. It transforms the direction to vertical pulling to a horizontal pulling motion. While doing that, you are involving different kinds of scapular rotation. You could say that in the transition of vertical pulling to horizontal pulling, you are also in a way pulling diagonally to some extent. The shoulder extension is significantly higher than a conventional pull-up, making it really complete if we had to use a word. The initial position is that of a conventional pull-up with a close grip but not so close, and with advanced tuck legs. As you do the exercise, a dead stop can be applied to some extent in the beginning to completely stretch the lats in each repetitions. The end position of a pull raise is that of a full range of motion front level row, which will stimulate your triceps too. The feeling of your lower back, rotator cuffs, and most importantly lats is going to be insane. Also, you're going to feel your triceps. The pull raise involves the initial range of motion of a pull-up until your elbows reach 90 degrees. It involves a front level raise, and it ends with the end range of motion of a front level row. It is done with a pronated close grip but not so close. This exercise, like the muscle up, will require a bit of momentum as you swing in the initial position, meaning this exercise is an explosive exercise, and despite its explosive qualities, you can to some extent do a relatively slow eccentric or negative. The use of momentum to some may look like a red flag, and thus this exercise must not be done. But despite the use of momentum, the feeling in your back is going to be crazy, and really, in this case, the use of momentum is not a big deal. In fact, the momentum allows us to reach the final end position of the range of motion and should be considered a momentum exercise unless you're able to rep full front level pull-ups. This difficulty rises as you pull, making it exponentially difficult, and the momentum allows us to reach the end. If you are already really strong, a way to progressively overload will be to apply the same front level progressions like half leg, single leg, and full straight legs. In my preference, this exercise is done best in an advanced tuck position, meaning your knees bend and their height aligned with your hips. To be able to do this exercise, you should be able to at least do pull-ups, advanced tuck front level raises, and L-sit front level rows, which means that it is not beginner friendly, but that is not necessarily bad. The range of motion and motion is similar to that of a dumbbell pullover or the muscle up pullover, but the higher similarity is found within the Gironda pull-up. Despite the high similarity with the Gironda pull-up, I did not invent this exercise with the Gironda pull-up in mind. However, you could say that the pull raise is the showy cousin of the Gironda pull-up, because they are quite similar and could be considered a variation, or to others, a bastardized variation. However, the biggest difference is found in the end hang positioning and our hips and legs. In difference with the Gironda pull-up, in the pull raise our legs are aligned with the rotation of our torso, making it quite more difficult, and the bar should touch our waist, not our lower chest. Also, momentum is used in the pull raise and its range of motion is higher. The pull raise could be considered lower quality because of its momentum requirements and its higher difficulty, but I think that the lower body alignment with the torso and the increased range of motion makes it significantly different and should not be directly compared with the Gironda pull-up. The pull raise should not be taken as a direct exercise that will lead to a full front level hold. The second back exercise could be taken more as a posterior shoulder exercise depending on the grip you choose to do, and it is the decline bodyweight row. Many times in pulling bodyweight training, we see our arms either vertically up like in a conventional pull-up or horizontal like in a conventional bodyweight row, but we rarely ever see our arms vertically down towards our feet, which pulling from that direction will trigger our upper back and our posterior deltoids far more than our lats. compared to arms up, which is the opposite. As a result, in calisthenic training, the upper back becomes the ugly child that is not good at anything, while the lats, middle, and lower traps are the genius child that is adored by parents and set as an example to the family. And that is when the decline bodyweight row come at rescue. The decline bodyweight row, as the name says, is a bodyweight row with our body in a decline position, which requires a place to put our feet in a tall position. I personally use two parallel bars that are commonly found in calisthenic parks. However, if you are tall, probably the height of the bars will not be enough. At first sight, you will notice the range of motion is really short if you aim to your waist. However, if you aim at your lower chest, the range of motion increases a little. You could also bend your legs and bring your upper body closer to the bar to increase declination. The decline position stretches our upper traps, mimicking to some extent the same position of a dumbbell shrug or any kind of shrug. If you use a wide grip, it will force you to have a T-grip position, meaning your elbows will be out, aligned with the direction of your shoulders. The decline bodyweight row wide grip is really great for posterior delts, one of my favorite posterior delt exercises. You will also notice that there is a degree of arm abduction which could stimulate a bit of your lateral shoulders. The difficulty of the decline bodyweight row is easy while the range of motion is small, and therefore a fast tempo along with high reps is recommended to do this. I must say that the posterior delt work is higher than the traps, although that may just means that the posterior delt is simply weaker, and the pump you can get from this exercise is really great. Minimal rest is highly recommended, and you could expect to do more than 20 reps per set in this exercise, depending on your body and weight. Its low difficulty makes it perfect for the majority of people to start incorporating this exercise. You could switch to a close grip if the posterior delt work is too much. Try these two back exercises if you are tired of pull-ups, and let me know how you feel about them in the comments.